Hi, I'm Steve Vanderbol. About 3 weeks ago, I found out I have small cell cancer. A little more than a week ago, I made a post on Facebook declaring myself in a death race with John McCain. I did so to outline the injustice in the insurance industry because of Obamacare and the damage it does to the average American citizen. Mr. McCain, a veteran, as I am, has Cadillac health care at the Mayo Clinic paid for by the American people. If you notice, Mr. McCain's not going to the VA, although he has been in control of the VA system as a senator for most of his career. He's been on most of the committees for the military and the VA, yet he struck down all of the benefits for us veterans. Yesterday, Mr. McCain came back to Congress simply to cast a vote to strike down the skinny repeal of Obamacare, which that movement alone likely would have saved my life, or at least helped. But he didn't do that. So, in the month that I have known that I've had cancer, I've been waiting for pathology results to exactly type my type of cancer. Why? Because I don't have health insurance. Now, out of pocket, I've paid for all my doctor's visits. I paid for the surgery to remove my lymph node. I paid for the post-operative PET CT that says that they removed almost all of the active cancer in my neck, and my body doesn't show any other tumors anywhere else yet. But the pathology lab has decided to hold my results for a month of a disease that is known to kill a patient within 9 months. Why? I'm going to find out on Monday, and you're going to know, because I'm going to broadcast it. So I've been denied treatment so far, the treatment from the AMA, because of the drag in the system of the cancer industry. Now, on one level, that doesn't really bother me because radiation therapy, which would be the most likely next step, I can't undergo because of a prior injury, and radiation therapy is known to take out my taste, or would take out my taste, and because or my sense of taste. And because of a previous injury to my brain, it would likely put me in a wheelchair, and it could potentially be fatal even then. On top of it all, radiation therapy has not been proven to be effective. The alternative treatment for the AMA is chemotherapy, which would be platinum-based. And platinum-based therapy is guaranteed within 4 cycles to kill me, renal failure. Doesn't make any sense to play Russian roulette. Chemotherapy and radiation therapy combined are basically like trying to burn the weeds out of your yard with a nuclear bomb. It just doesn't make sense to me. So because of that, I've looked at the internet, and because I can't get to an oncologist yet because of the drag of the pathologist, I've been looking at therapies online, and have started the ketonic diet, or the ketogenic diet. And it's based on pretty solid science. Cancer needs sugar to survive. It also cannot survive in an oxygen-rich environment. So 2 therapies together, alternative therapies together, are about 72% effective, which is 3 times more effective than radiation and chemotherapy. But it's not been clinically studied, so the AMA attacks it. And there becomes the problem with the issue for a consumer or a victim, as I am. You cannot get online and find any information that is viable to make a consumer's choice. You have one side, the AMA, the American Medical Association, and their billion-dollar plus billions of dollar annual industry poisoning people to death, fighting to repress any information of any other therapy that may work. And what's interesting is the vast majority of alternative therapies, as you research them, but are not clinically trialed by the AMA, seem to be more effective, seem to be less damaging to the human body itself, seem to be logically a better treatment. But here's the catch. You don't know if it's going to work or not. So it pushes you back to go back to your doctor, your oncologist, and say, please save my life by killing me with these poison chemicals. Trust us to kill you, because we may save you in the process of trying to kill you, is the game plan of the AMA, or at least it seems that way. And I do know a lot of doctors out there that seriously just want to heal their patients. But if they use anything else, they get thrown out of the AMA and they lose their medical license, so they can't practice. I've become very skeptical and very pessimistic in my age, or in my older years. It's very hard for me to see the good in people simply because I see so much acceptance of evil in people's lives. So much acceptance of, well, that's the way it is, or, well, but I can't do anything about it, or that's just how it's going to happen and I have no power in my life to change it. I think that's bullshit. I'll say it straight up. It's bullshit. You can change anything you want to in your life. I was told to go home and die 2.5 years ago after having major brain surgery and a stroke. I didn't. I'm on my feet. I was actually told if you can't die, you're going to be in a wheelchair anyway. I'm not in a wheelchair. I've got a 600-pound bench press and I can run 3 miles in under 18 minutes at 52 years of age. That's a pretty much an epic FU to everybody who told me to go die. I'm going to beat cancer because I don't have a choice. There's just nobody out there helping. At least all these touted icons out there that are supposed to, they don't help. See, I'm going to challenge the AMA. I've studied all the history of the AMA, specifically in cancer, because you couldn't buy alternative treatments and patent them. You started attacking them in the 50s. You threw everybody out by the 60s that was doing alternative treatments that had better results than your chemotherapy, radiation therapy that you patented based upon nuclear medicine that you knew from the 20s was killing 9 patients for every 1 that it saved. And they just chalked it up. The disease would have taken them out. That's a lie, and that's bullshit. The fact is, if I don't do anything and keep my metabolism up, I am 5 times more likely to live 3 years than I am if I go take radiation treatment tomorrow. That's a fact. If I don't do anything, the disease may kill me within 9 months. No one knows. And that's the problem. No one knows. There is no confirmed information. There is no study out there. And there is no 100% fix. Now here's the interesting portion of this. The AMA was 100% certain that cancer was a genetic disease. My mother died of cancer. My paternal grandmother died of cancer. So 4 years ago, I went off and took the AMA-approved genetic test to show that you would ever get cancer. I passed. 4 years ago, I was told you will never have cancer because it's a genetic disease. You get that one? The AMA told me 4 years ago I'm not going to ever get cancer, but now I've got small cell cancer. For the last 15 years, it has been known that cancer is predominantly a metabolic disease, not a genetic disease. But the AMA for the last 20 years has been pushing out that it's a genetic disease. Why? This is the update on Deathrace 2017. And where the update is this. I'm not dead yet. I'm still fighting. And I'm trying to bring awareness to people and get people to start thinking before I go. Also, I'm involved with the Tattered Flag Project. You've just heard me say, as a veteran, I can't go to the VA and get treatment. I'm still waiting for the first appointment. I'm not even going to be scheduled for that appointment until probably after February. It's the last week in July. If my disease was hyperactive and I had no other treatment, if I had other tumors, I'd be dead before the first appointment. Think about that. Tatterfly Project is going to change those issues as part of Operation Anvil, but we need your help. Join the Tatterfly Project. Let's fix these problems. Not only in the VA, not only for veterans, not only for first responders, but for everybody. Thank you. Have a good day.